DeeBrief faithful, Naughtsie here after the D's. Got the job done against the Tigers. Just had a similar incident to Caden McDonald. I was sitting in a seat, just running through it, giving my 2 bobs worth, and the security guards came over and kicked me out, so that was great. But we're here at the MCG, the beautiful MCG, as a footy comes my way. There you go, kids, go get it. It was a good win in the end. I mean, we were shit in the first half. We were really shit in the first half. It was disappointing. It was frustrating. It wasn't really clicking for us. We gave the Tigers a chance to get back into it at the end of the first, and then they kind of went on their way. We've got kids kicking footies fucking everywhere at the moment, so I could get hit by a few missiles. But yeah, it was super frustrating. There were a few chats at halftime with a few of the boys. Shout out to Maury and Marker. We were bitterly disappointed with what we saw, but in the third quarter, we ramped up our pressure. It went through the roof. Cade Chandler was inspiring. Track was inspiring. Everyone, to be fair, there was a play in the third quarter when Harrison Petty did a chase down tackle, and it epitomised what the third quarter was all about. It was a full team buy-in that broke the game open, and that was it. We only really needed to play one really good quarter of footy, and maybe one really rock solid, I would call it 2/3 from the first quarter, and the rest of it was just pedestrian, really. And they're a young team, Richmond. They're a raw team, but we just did enough in the end, and we really put the cue in the rack in the last quarter. And Big Maxi Gawn obviously spent a little bit of time off in the last quarter, so he was Herculean. Riv Dog's back in form. Ed Langdon keeps doing Ed Langdon things on the wing. Keep him there. Harvey Langford and Xavier Lindsay were really impressive as well. I thought Jake Bowie again. He's got to be in the top 3 in our BNF. I thought he was absolutely superb. There were an array of good performances. Like Jack Viney, execution was awful, but endeavour was 10 out of 10. He had 13 tackles to 3/4 time. I don't know how many he had at the end of the game, but he was great in that third quarter. He ramped up his pressure, and we just got better at clearance, contested possession. Salem was good, another one that springs to mind. Fritter started to hit the scoreboard again, so I was really pleased with that. And then probably the thing that was most pleasing is we didn't have to rely on a big day from Cozzy. He was pretty quiet tonight by his lofty standards, and there are other contributors and other players that chipped in. So all in all, it's a win. You take it, you bank it, you move on to the Eagles next week. I still think there's a bit of revenge on the cards after what happened last year with the Harley Reid show. I know we beat them at the MCG in the return fixture, but fuck, they'll be ravenous. They'll be fanging for a victory, because it's very likely they go into next week and they haven't won a game of footy yet. So it'll be a big test for us. It'll be a challenge. And if we get the chocolates, then suddenly we walk into the MCG against Hawthorn with our tails up, 3 wins in a row, and who knows? Footy's a strange game. I just want that. I want that feeling of walking in without the pressure against Hawthorn, and I think all Melbourne supporters are craving that. So do the job, boys. Get it done over in the West against the Eagles, but it's a relief. It's just a relief to win again. 2 in a row. You bank them. Enjoy it. Soak it in. And I think the greatest part of this whole weekend for all the footy nuffies out there is we can just sit back, put the feet up, and enjoy the rest of the fixtures this weekend. So have a great long weekend. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Honour the Anzacs. It's an incredible occasion. It's so good to be a part of this game. Richmond and Melbourne, the respect that they've got for each other. So enjoy it, and I'll see you on the review shows.